Hi everyone. I just wanted to start this video out by showing you, I just grabbed these Signature Homes disinfecting wipes. My husband came home from work yesterday, which is very, very rare for him. The man barely gets sick, and when he does, he usually powers through it. So for him to come home sick, he was very sick. I guess something's going around. It seems like a lot of people are with the sore throats. So when that happens, of course, I am very, what's the right word, nervous about when flu season, stomach bugs, all that stuff sort of creates quite a bit of anxiety for me. So the first thing I like to do is just wipe everything down with Lysol or with Clorox, or these are the same ingredients as the Lysol wipes. They're just a little bit cheaper. They were buy one get one free, and it was $2.99 for 70 wipes. If you're interested in seeing how I disinfect to keep everyone from getting sick or even sicker than they are, just keep watching. Okay, like I was saying, my husband came home sick. His partner at work also was very sick. So that's when I pull out these Lysol wipes. The first day I Lysoled, and then you'll see a mashup of 2 days, and then the second day I was cleaning. But this day I was just Lysoling everything when he got home. I also, the day after everyone starts to feel better, what I like to do is change pillowcases and always change my clean sheet and put clean sheets on, sorry. I always do anything that our hands touch, light switches, microwave handles, anything that has a handle. Obviously, I'm not going to show you every little handle I cleaned, but that's just the gist of it. Something big that I've taught the kids is washing your hands and attempting not to touch your face. I know it's something that's very hard, but I try to tell them don't touch your eyes, your nose, your mouth. Always wash your hands, put a napkin down on your table when you're eating lunch. Just little things that can cause you to get sick. I do door handles, locks, and of course the light switch is out here on the outside too because you're always touching it, and the trash can lid because you touch it more than you think. Obviously, this is most stuff people already know. I'm just showing you what works for me. The honest truth is, after my mom became unexpectedly very ill 4 years ago, I've had a lot of anxiety with anything, even just a common cold. So this helps prevent anything. It makes me feel a little bit better. Maybe it doesn't, but in my mind, it just brings a little bit of ease with cleaning stuff. Here I am cleaning the handles of everything. Also, if anyone has any tips of getting rid of hard water stains, because we have horrendous hard water, I would definitely appreciate it. Our toilet always looks dirty, even if I bleach it. It's just we have such harsh water. I know most people know this, but remote controls are something that we use daily and we constantly have in our hand. And I try to take a Lysol wipe when I can remember, especially when everyone's sick, and I try to wipe them down so that if there is anything on them, it will kill it, hopefully. I mean, if you're gonna get sick, you're gonna get sick. But I like to do as much to prevent it as possible. Silly thing about this table is that my family absolutely hates it, but for some reason I can't part with it. I know it's a terrible eyesore, but I love it and it's staying with me. And I think I'm just showing you this book because I loved it growing up as a child, and I found it for $7 at Books A Million. And it's just something fun from my childhood. But again, yeah, they hate this table, but for whatever reason, I cannot part with it. Flu season, I saw this Odaban. No, it's not natural, but it's a disinfectant for your fabrics. It's safe for like fabrics. And I was so worried about her bringing in anything on her shoes, because I think we forget about that, like the shoes, your backpacks, and this is okay for upholstery, drapes. It's supposed to eliminate smoke and pet odors. I assume it was okay to use on curtains, your couches. I've used it on, and it says it eliminates salmonella, E. coli, staph, strep, that's my big one. And you spray it 6 to 8 inches from the surface. You clean with a brush, sponge, or cloth. Do not breathe it in, obviously. it says the surfaces must remain wet for 10 minutes for disinfectant against bacteria and fungi for 60 seconds. So when she comes home, when it's that time of the year, I usually either switch between this, and it kills 99% of germs, between this and Lysol. I'll spray her shoes, and we usually keep them in our laundry room when it's flu season, spray the book bag, and just let it sit and do its thing. This sure was a gigantic pile of dishes. I had made chicken noodle soup because my husband was obviously very ill. I will have a recipe up soon with how I make my particular chicken noodle soup. But yep, I'm just doing dishes and loading them in the dishwasher. Here I am just spraying down the stovetop and counters with Barkeeper's Friend foaming spray, which will get everything nice and shiny and white, and just wiping everything down to make it nice and clean, and a little bit of that disinfectant spray. Two more questions. One, my cat has a habit of when she eats, she'll chew and then she'll eat most of the piece of food, but she leaves little teeny tiny pieces all over, and I'm not really sure what that's about. I never had a cat as an adult. This is my first cat, but you see all those little pieces? It's not food. It's like pieces of food that she spit out or she eats around. I'm not really sure what she's doing, but I find tiny little pieces of the food always around her food bowl. And I'm just going to Swiffer and make sure everything's nice and clean. And that little bag hanging there is like, back in the day, Rachel Ray always had a garbage bowl, and I always have a garbage bag. It's just easy, and at the end of the day, I throw it out. And the second question is, any tips on how to contain cat litter? For whatever reason, even though she has a lid, she still gets cat litter everywhere, and I feel like it's destroying my floor in a way because it's getting in crevices that I can't quite get out. I've tried almost everything, a lid, a mat. If you have any tips, let me know, please. My sister found this for me. It's another little elephant soap dispenser for $7.99, and I think that was pretty inexpensive, and it's from Home Goods and TJ Maxx. I feel like that's inexpensive because I could buy my own refillable soap, and I really think it's cute, and it goes with all the little decor I have around my house that's elephants, and obviously the elephant warmer right next to me. And I'm also showing you the Barkeeper's Friend. It's great for all these horrendous white sinks that just never look clean. Again, and the hard water, it does help to some degree. See, like I was saying before, you'll see how much cat litter I sweep up, and I promise you this is daily. This is every single day. I come in here maybe twice a day and I try to get all this cat litter up, and you can see in the corners it just sort of stains the floor. So of course I go in with a rag and try to clean it as best as possible, but I just don't know what she's doing because I do have a big cat litter box for her with a lid. So if you have any tips, maybe there's something that I don't know about. And last but not least, I am picking up Butter's toys and vacuuming. As you can see, I have 2 of these buckets and they are from Dollar Tree and they work amazing to hold his toys and they look kind of cute. So he is the only dog I've ever had that isn't afraid of the vacuum. He just doesn't care. He'll lay there and in one part, it's kind of cute. He'll scoot his hiney just out of the way for a second, then he finally moves. But he's never been afraid of the vacuum. I also have never tried to make him afraid. I never really go near him with it if I don't have to. But he's never been afraid of the vac, and I always found that to be funny about him. In a second, you'll see him scoot his, let's see how he scoots his little butt out of the way. He's just so adorable. So I really hope you enjoyed this. I hope you take a second to subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below, and thank you so much for watching.